I'm the side chick, remember? So.
Wait, but you're trying to graduate, though, right? We thought you wanted to graduate to be the main chick.
I can't.
Huh?
See, it's difficult and it's complicated.
He has a wife.
Yes.
I was trying not to take it there because, baby girl, I hate to say it, but your self-worth is low. You got the audacity, baby, to come to the microphone and ask us, what is it going to take for you to leave somebody that you knowingly belongs to somebody else? And then she also said, but I love him. You love him more than you love yourself. That's one thing that I do, peep. There is no amount of money, no amount of riches, no amount of nothing for a man to be able to put you in second place. But my problem is I think you put yourself in second place because sometimes we come in and we want to please people so bad because we want to be accepted that we put these people on a pedestal and we make them superior and we make ourselves inferior so they're going to keep on treating you like you inferior. I'm sorry, y'all. I hate to get this passionate, but when you wake up and then you go and brush your teeth in the morning and you sit there and say, I'm a side chick. How does that make you feel? When you go through your day, when you texting this man, when you talking to this man in the car because he can't talk to you in front of his wife. When this man is on a business trip, he can't talk to you in the presence of his own home. In this man's own kingdom, you are a peasant. You're not allowed to come into this man's kingdom.
Yeah! This is going to be a hard message for some people to hear, but the only reason I am where I am today was because Emily started setting firm boundaries after my affair. I became the man I am today because Emily finally stopped saving me from the consequences of my own destructive behaviors. And a lot of you are fixers and givers and empaths, and you want to save people. But I'm just warning you in the nicest way I know how to. When you save people from the consequences of their own toxic behavior, when you become the bridge between the gap so they don't have to feel the natural result of their actions, when you continue to bend over backwards so that they don't have to feel any discomfort, you aren't helping them. You're hurting them and you. I understand the disconnection is painful. I understand you see their good qualities. You really are good at giving them a pass. They had a rough childhood. They're going through a lot. They're just stressed. I understand all that. I'm just reminding you, you aren't saving them from future pain by stepping in now. You're potentially enabling them and setting them up to repeat that behavior. We can empathize with their pain, but we also have to hold them accountable for hurtful behaviors. Because there are certain behaviors that only cause distance and disconnection in a relationship, right? I mean, that's just where they lead. Self-centeredness, pride, arrogance, name-calling, yelling, controlling behavior, affairs, addictions, abuse are just some examples. And when we as givers and empaths save the people we love from the necessary result of their repeated choices, we teach them, you don't need to modify your behavior because I will suffer for you. I will be here to lessen the blow. I'll cover for you. And I'm all for helping people get help. But as painful as it is, at the end of the day, it's not your responsibility to help people that don't actually want help. You're not a hospital for wounded souls that aren't trying to heal. We reap what we sow, and people that never have to reap their bad harvest never see that they're sowing bad seed.
The thing about a toxic man is that they will never leave you alone, but they will always let you leave. And when you leave, they will always wait for you to come back, because they know you will when you feel weak. And when you don't come back because they know you're getting stronger, that's when they'll reach out to you. And you might allow your ego to convince you that, yeah, he'd never stay away from me, but don't. That means when he sees that you're getting strong and you're finally moving on without him, he's trying to make you weak again, so he's going to give you sweet lies, sweet nothings, but they will never be backed by evidence. Evidence of change includes the changed behavior. It includes showing up in ways they never showed up before. It includes telling you the truth, giving you the relationship that you've always wanted, giving you the support that you've always wanted. But they will never give you that. They will just give you sweet nothings to keep you from leaving them again. So understand that it's not a flex to say, oh, he'll never stop fucking with me. No, it's not a flex. He will never stop fucking with you as long as you never close that door. But he will never fight to make you stay. Yeah, he might beg. Yeah, he might cry. Yeah, he might slide down a wall, tell you that he'll do better. He swears, he promises, but it'll never change. He'll do that to reel you back in, all to make you land right back on your face.
But you are in an abusive relationship if he does these 3 things. I'm serious. I'm going to tell you 3 red flags right now that if he does these, he is toxic or abusive, and you should get the fuck fuck out of there. First one's pretty obvious, but it has to be said. It's when he raises his voice at you, shouts at you, or displays any sort of aggression towards you when you guys are having an argument. Yes, this includes cursing and breaking stuff. Number 2 is when he puts the blame on you, or he tries to make it feel like every problem, mistake, or bad thing going on is your fault. Not only the blame game, but also he tries to make a point out of making you feel really bad for making any mistakes. Red flag number 3 is when he insults you, degrades you, or makes you feel dumb in front of other people, and then he just plays it off as a joke. Honestly, this red flag is kind of a mind fuck, because any way that you try to argue with him or try to tell him that you don't like what he's doing, he's going to try to find a way to justify it and tell you that either you're being too sensitive or that he was just joking around and you don't know how to take a joke. So either way, you lose. Look, I'm not your dad. I'm not here to tell you that you should leave him or that you should stay, but you should leave him. Seriously, I'm just here to bring awareness to the fact that you could be in a toxic and abusive relationship. So you communicate with him, seek help, talk to someone else, or leave his ass. But whichever way you go, please don't stay in a situation like this.
No man plays the victim better than the one who caused the damage. He'll dysregulate your central nervous system and then claim you always disturbing his peace, leaving out the part where he's the reason why you no longer have any of your own. He'll break your trust and then get mad that you always bringing up the past, when really you're bringing up his present day patterns that trigger the memories of the pain he caused. Or he'll say that you always got bad energy. Meanwhile, draining your energy with every invalidation in this exhaustive environment that he's cultivated by making you walk on eggshells. Or he'll break your heart into 1,000 pieces, then consider himself a changed man because he's trying to help you pick them up and glue them back together. But then cry if he cuts his hands on the shards of your resentment that you now feel towards him. And it's not to say that he doesn't feel discomfort lying in the bed that he made, but trying to reframe this whole thing as mutual wounding is just a manipulative tactic to manufacture injury to escape responsibility. Like, yeah, it's possible that you had a bad attitude or you could have given him more attention, but last time I checked, neither of those are a gun to his head that forced him to dishonor his own commitment. And whatever needs he's claiming that you didn't meet that led to his decisions, it's going to be impossible to meet now that he's broken you. It's like getting mad that your car doesn't start, so you pour sugar down the gas tank. Not only does it make things worse, it's stupid, which is exactly what he expects you to be if he thinks that his well-rehearsed victimhood can distract you from the very real damage that he deliberately caused. So nah, he had a choice between your pain and his prevention. And he chose to make you suffer due to his lack of discipline. He could have left if he was that miserable. So don't waste any more time watching his audition as the real victim while he tries to rewrite the script to make you the villain. Just cut his role, cancel the show, and get back to your regularly scheduled program of your peace before him and his BS made a guest appearance.
A man without peace will take yours. I just saw a post that said, a man without peace will take yours. A man without money will take yours. A man without confidence will take yours. I also saw another post a while ago that I will never, ever, ever, ever forget that said, the potential that you see in others is just what you would do if you were in their shoes. It doesn't exist. The potential that you see in others does not exist. It's just what you would do in their shoes. My mind was blown. Anywho.
Why would you do that?
Why would you videotape?
And you think, this is going to sound harsh, but I'm going to deliver it to you exactly the same way that my therapist delivered it to me. The man that you're obsessed with, the man that you're in love with and you can't let go, there is nothing special about him. He just reminds you of your father. And you think that if you can convince him to love you and approve of you and choose you, then somehow that little girl deep inside of you is finally going to get the approval and love from her daddy that she's always wanted. The wound that he is leaving you with, the pain, the reason it's so severe is because he is sprinkling salt over a wound that you have carried since you were a child. Stop giving him so much credit. This is going to...
Don't skip. Hold on. God is about to do something so major that your enemies are going to be in awe. I don't know about y'all, but I can speak for myself. God is about to prepare a table so big in the presence of my enemy. Everybody who tried to tear me down, that forgot that I was a child of God, he is about to do something so great that it will cause my enemies to submit and surrender. Hold on, let me say that again. God is about to do something so great in your life that it will cause your enemies to submit and to surrender to God because they want to experience that goodness. Don't worry about what they tried to do to destroy you. Don't worry about that, baby. It's about to be something so big. God is about to put you in a room full of purpose. Speak life is yours. Go ahead and claim it. The blessing is yours. It was promised. Your name is on it. Don't worry about what those people tried to do to break you, because I can speak for myself, baby. I'm about to celebrate God, not just for the things that he has done, but for the things that he's about to do, because I already know, because God put it in my spirit. You are going to see the richness in his love. I'm not about to just help hundreds, not thousands, but millions. I'm about to bring millions of people to God. I claim that. What are you claiming?
Studies show that nearly 70% of women who end up in relationships with narcissists are not codependent, yet many therapeutic models still treat them as if they are. One of the most damaging misconceptions is that narcissists only pursue emotionally dependent or insecure partners. In reality, strong, confident, self-assured women attract narcissists and are especially vulnerable in ways most don't expect. Narcissists are drawn to qualities they envy or want to absorb. Empathy, independence, emotional resilience, and leadership. These women thrive in their careers and have many healthy relationships. But once a relationship with a narcissist solidifies and the abuse cycle begins, many high-achieving women are slowly broken down, becoming a shell of the person they were. And because they've been conditioned to take responsibility, to lead, to fix, they stay. They overfunction and lose themselves. Understanding this dynamic is critical, because these women are often retargeted, cycling into subsequent narcissistic relationships if the trauma isn't fully healed. If you're a high-achieving woman coming out of a toxic relationship, healing starts with this truth. You aren't weak. Your strength was weaponized against you.